and welcome back to Money with Mac and G. Today is February 14th. I think we all know what that is. What is that, guys?
Valentine's Day!
Amen. And we're going to be covering all the information from the week ending to 12/21. Have some interesting things to talk about, but we really want to focus in on Valentine's Day. McKenna, what's your word for the day?
We got braces.
Oh, no. Grant, did you get braces too?
Yes.
Smile big. See the braces. Oh, wow.
I don't like them that much. They're kind of uncomfortable.
Okay. Well, before we get started, because we're going to talk about that, hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. You can even comment on their braces, I think. Only if it's nice things. So what color of braces did you pick out, Mac?
I got like a light blue.
A
like
light
a
blue. Is that
teal?
like a crystal
Teal-ish?
teal water, Caribbean water blue?
Water.
Crystal.
That sounds like something from the Pirates of the Caribbean. For some reason. Oh, well, that's not odd. It's Caribbean. Yeah. Okay.
Well, mine is even
Never
more.
mind.
Mine is Mediterranean
Yes.
blue.
Yours is med blue. All
Mediterranean,
right.
you know, a sea.
We're talking about all the oceans.
Pirates
of the,
of the Caribbean.
We've been on the Med, remember? We took the
Yeah.
Disney cruise throughout the Med. Absolutely. And now they are feeling better because the first 2 days were painful. You guys
Yeah.
were having a tough
Little bit,
time.
yeah.
But you had a couple days off this week too, right?
Yay!
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, and Monday. What's Monday, guys?
Monday.
What is Monday?
President's Day?
President's Day, yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, and February is, what do you call it?
The month of Valentine.
Month of Valentine. I think it's Black History Month too,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys are learning a lot of stuff, I think, in school. But today we're here to talk about money, and I've got my fun money shirt on because I'm here to say that we've done some good day trading and things are going really well. So let's just go ahead and jump into the markets right away. Grant, you want to give us a heads up on the Dow? What's going on with the Dow?
So the Dow, it went up about 1%.
Yep. And then year to date, where are you at on the Dow?
It went up about like 3%.
3%. So we're about 3%, 6 weeks into the year. Not bad at all. That's really kind of crushing it with some good news coming out. Mac, what about you?
Until day trading.
Well, I don't know why you cry. It's like really happy.
We're a competition against you, Dad.
Oh, you're in a competition? And
Yeah.
what is day trading? You want to talk about day trading right now?
No, not really.
I don't know
No.
much
Sure.
about day trading now.
Day trading is
Yeah,
fun.
wait. Should we make an episode on it?
Yeah, maybe we will.
Okay.
Okay. But McKenna, hey, what's up
Yes.
with the NASDAQ?
NASDAQ went up about 2%.
About 2%. Huge. That's a huge
Yes.
turn in the NASDAQ. Who's on the NASDAQ?
It's the top tech companies.
Right. And we call the FANG. What's the F for?
Facebook,
Apple,
Amazon,
Netflix,
Google.
and Microsoft.
Right. Those are the big ones that are on the tech, but they're also in some of the other indices. I think when we talk about the Dow, how many companies are in there?
30.
30. And they're the small companies.
Blue chips. Big blue
Yeah,
chips.
they're the old big companies. Like
Not all of them are old
but they're
but a lot of
they've
them
been
have a
around-
history. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
And we know that who's in there? Name a couple. Home Depot.
Apple,
Apple's in there.
Nike.
Nike.
Walmart.
Is it
Walmart.
Amazon in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we got a lot of stuff, and then the S&P has how many companies in it?
500.
Amen. See how fast we're going through this now? It only took us about 5 weeks. And the S&P 500 is it tech companies or blue chips? What is it? It's like
It's like the overall big over all the industries.
it's all
like
the industry. So you got
construction,
tech, hotels.
Yes.
You got all kinds of stuff in there. So right now, NASDAQ for the year to date is what? Up about how much, G?
Nasdaq is year to date.
Yep.
About 10% up.
Yep. And so NASDAQ is really, really crushing it. That's really big
Yeah.
for 5 weeks in. And then we have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is on a tear. Mac, what happened last week at Bitcoin?
A Bitcoin. Let's see. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we talked about this.
It went up about 25%.
Right. So for the year, Bitcoin is up
cow.
how much, G?
63.1%.
And who is the big investor this week in Bitcoin? We talked about this.
Elon Musk.
And what did he do? He put in $100 or what did he put in?
He put in like a billion or so.
Yeah, I think $1.5 billion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he was just like, hey,
Lot.
Tesla's putting in $1.5 billion. They may even accept Bitcoin as payment for their cars.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I read that. I forgot to tell you guys that earlier, but he invested in Bitcoin. And what about mainstream? What does it mean it might be going mainstream Bitcoin?
Oh, well, everyone's going to start, using it and accepting it?
Yeah,
And
because
banks
banks.
are accepting it now, starting to at least.
Some of them are really talking about accepting it. Some of them are investing in Bitcoin. They're buying Bitcoin.
Ooh.
Isn't that crazy, guys? So that's starting to change things. We may have to go into depth why that's changing things. So we'll talk about that. But what is it? It's almost trading at what, $47,000? I think it might be in 50 to 1,000 now. And remember how we talked about a guy paid, I don't know, 1,000 or 2,000 Bitcoin for it, and that would have been worth like $350 million back when we did it a while ago.
Oh my
But
God.
it's actually more than that. But what about day trading? We're doing some good stuff trading. How much are we up for the year, G? About percentage-wise?
About 100%.
Yeah, started.
Why? Yeah.
That's where. Yeah, Kyle's got some good stuff. He's on Day Trade Indy, and
What's the record for the year?
what's the a record for any year?
any.
I'd have to look.
Or, well, what do you think?
I'd think like 20%. So I mean, even at 100%, for 5-6 weeks is awesome. So
All right, wait. Oh, wow.
I mean, for the market being like 20%, I'd have to look though.
Jeez.
So day trading is doing well, but we anticipate maybe some things might not go well. What about Apple for the year, Mac? Apple's number 1%. Oh, yeah, for the year.
I mean, it's going places, guys.
It's
going nowhere, though.
It's going places. But that's the quick update for the market. It took us about five or so minutes, but we also talked about a little bit about the braces. And we want to say happy what again?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Did you?
Heart,
we got hearts on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Did we talk about the fact that Valentine's Day, it's named after a saint. It's the 3rd century, so the
Saint
200s.
Valentine.
And he had some cool things going on. Maybe we need to look that up. But as we go into Valentine's Day, did you have a budget for how much you're going to spend? 0. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
The schools won't let you bring candy, at least the school kids are going to. And so we're not even really bringing in, what do you call it, cards or anything, are you? You can send virtual cards and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess you can send candy away from school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything special, Mac, that I don't know about? Or
No.
no? What about you, G?
Nothing much.
Nothing much. Now, when we talk about the economy,
Nothing really.
I was going to say the economy, but the economy. Mac, what is the economy?
The economy is the flow of money throughout a certain.
Yeah, it's all the money that changes hands within an area. So like the United States, what's the U.S. economy? How much money comes and moves around from one place to the other? And it's important. I mean, these holidays bring huge amounts of money, right?
Yes.
Yeah, a ton.
And so when you have money that's being exchanged, people are working, people are making things, money is being made, and it increases the economy. How big of a holiday is this? McKenna, do you remember how big this one was? Not as big as the Christmas or whatever, but it's still a pretty nice shot in the arm.
Yeah, it's very
$22 billion. $22 billion. That's a big, big number. So a lot of money is changing hands. And do men or women spend more on Valentine's Day?
Men, 100% men.
About twice as much, right?
Yeah.
I guess they're trying to make up for something once a year, right? And as we asked Mom, we're like, hey, Mom, how much did Mom and I spend on this Valentine's Day? Do you remember?
Nothing.
$0.
Goose egg.
Except for waffles.
Oh,
my
wow,
gosh,
that was
sorry.
really loud.
No, that was me making the honking sound.
Oh.
Like a big goose laying an egg. But we spent like 0. And what's the weird part about it? I was reading up on a couple of internet sites, and what's the average that people per person spend? Do you guys remember when we talked about this? It's about $165 per person.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot. And
That's
last
a lot.
year,
Oh my god.
but it's down from last year. Last year is how much?
196.
196, yeah, right around there.
Oh my God.
So from 200 down to about 165. We spend $22 billion in couples, right? We're just looking at couples. What did you guys think? An engaged couple, a newlywed couple, or a couple after 10 years? Now, this is a survey, right? They go out and they call somebody and say, hey, how much money do you spend and where are you in your relationship? And what does an engaged couple spend?
$243.
So, wow. So that's a pretty big spend in the economy. And they, at least previously, were going out to eat and doing some other stuff, right?
Yep.
But then what about newlyweds? Do you think newlyweds are, quote unquote, more in love, less in love, spending more? What do you think, G?
I honestly don't know, but they do spend more. They spend $317. So.
Okay. So are you guys banking on the fact that those who are married over 10 years, like Mom and I, are spending like zero? How much do they spend over 10? In this survey, right?
They spend a lot. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, like almost $500.
$500. Oh my geez, Louise. OMG. That's all I gotta say.
You're not with the normal people. You're something different.
And do you know we know that. I'm wearing my Lucky Money shirt, right? Because day trading is doing well and I didn't spend any money on St. Valentine's Day. Ooh.
That's sad.
That is sad.
Rip Mom.
But I gave Mom lots of kisses and got the dog and walked Oreo today when it was 9 degrees. I think it was maybe 10 or 15 below and we have snow coming, right?
Yeah.
But she still loves me from buying the new
Tesla.
Yeah. Mom still loves me.
So technically you spent like $50,000 more than.
Yeah. That's right. I spent $50,000 for what do you call Valentine's? Less than that. Yeah.
Still different.
But
So you're above average, Dad.
So here's a question for you. And we asked Mom, and Mom said, do men spend more on their girlfriends or their wives?
Their wives.
And Mom thought it was girlfriends,
I
right?
thought it was girlfriends too.
Same.
And so it was like $106, wasn't that right? 106 for a wife or 85 on a girlfriend.
Yep.
Which
it's still a lot.
Oh,
though.
and then pets. Don't forget your beloved furry friends.
Okay, so let's put this in perspective, right? The pets, they spend $1.3 billion on pets for St. Valentine's Day. And I asked the question, does the ferret get more money or does the snake? I'm just kidding because I didn't say it. Is it dog or cat? Which one gets paid? Before you say it, let's see if the audience knows. Which one? So is it the dog or the cat? Okay, now you can say it. Which one do you think?
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll.
It's the dog.
It's the dog.
By $4.
So it's not that much.
31 to 27. $31 is spent on a dog, $27 is spent on a cat, and we thought it would be at least twice as much or something.
Yeah.
So people love their cats
and their dogs.
And their dogs and their dads. I was trying to sneak that in there subliminally. So their dogs 31, their cats 27. That's pretty crazy. And so it actually throws money, puts money into the economy in lots of different ways. Now, here was a question because, we're talking about money, and I asked the question, if the person that you're going out with, now this is a survey, right, that I found. I can't remember which one.
Survey.
And they said, hey, would you break up with your significant other if they spent money irresponsibly over St. Valentine's Day?
Like in $1,000 giant
Toaster.
chocolate heart.
Chocolate heart. That would be pretty irresponsible. Who needs a chocolate heart, right? That's $1,000.
That's a bit much.
And you know what they said? What did they say? Do you remember?
50%.
50% said they would break up with their significant other if they spent money irresponsibly during St. Valentine's Day.
Why?
McKenna's like, can't they talk about it and get back together?
Just talk, please spare them.
But it was really funny because money makes a difference. And I think one of the things that I said early on in the podcast and have reiterated is money causes a lot of issues between people.
Yeah, maybe it's because then you'll know how smart they are.
Well,
to see if they're gonna spend $1,000 on a chocolate heart or $5 in a box of chocolates and a rose.
That's not a bad question. It might hit some people kind of hard, but that's a good question because, manage your money. People want to make sure that you responsibly manage your money and don't go crazy over St. Valentine's Day. And so we have how many people are going to be eating out this year, kind of comparatively speaking. Normally it's about 40 or 50%, 40 plus % are eating out. McKenna, you're about ready to say?
Isn't it 1 out of 3?
1 out of 4.
Oh, sorry, 1 out of 4.
It went down
Movies,
because with
yeah.
coronavirus, people are staying home. But how can you still have that romantic dinner even though you're not going?
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. Yeah, we're not getting sponsored by Uber Eats, right? But
Please sponsor us,
DoorDash.
though.
And what was the other one?
Grubhub.
Grubhub.
You can get those guys in. And are they doing specials? A lot of them are doing
Yes.
specials, yeah. I think Grubhub was doing a $60 credit. Like you can get $60 over the St. Valentine's Day. So I know this isn't going to come out until Tuesday. But the idea is to think about, what's happening and then try to figure out if you can find deals out there because Grubhub and DoorDash and all these other guys are actually, incentivizing you to spend that money and get out there. Now, when you buy a gift, where would you go spend your money on a gift? I read this. I thought this was absolutely fascinating because what was one of the A's in our FANG that was very, very powerful? Amazon. And when you're buying gifts, 1/3 of those gifts come from
Amazon.
Yeah. Are you guys there? Are you guys going to sleep?
I'm here.
So 1/3 of them come from Amazon. 1/3 of them come from what?
Brick and mortar.
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 Because the bricks, you see the brick, right? A red brick, and then in between it, there's that white stuff.
Yeah, it's like the glue.
That's mortar. Yeah, it's like glue, but it's like it's rocky. It's like almost like little pebbles or sand in it. So brick and mortar stores. So those are the ones you can go up and touch. Like when we go to the grocery store.
It's basically any store that's not online.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So 1/3 come from Amazon, 1/3 from brick and mortar. What's next? What's the next biggest? DIY, do it yourself, right? And that is one thing we like to push. Hey, I love when McKenna and Grant used to make me St. Valentine's card. Totally dug that. It was super cool, and I'm hanging on some of them, putting in my safety deposit box in the bank.
What?
Yes, I like to go and remember the days when you're like yelling and screaming and being a teenager and know that there was some love some days ago. So that yes, you're so easy to live with. Yeah. And then the other one goes to 10% goes to other online retailers, right? Is that surprising to you, Mac? That so many are on Amazon? And Amazon alone does about the same as all of the brick and mortars out there. Wow. Isn't that just shocking to think about? You don't even know, but before you were born, there was no online sales. And they were trying to get people to do online sales, and they couldn't do it.
Wait, then what happened to the other 18%?
No, if you add it up, 33 plus 33 is 66, plus 16 is 82, plus 10 is 92. So it's missing about 8%.
Ew.
So it's okay. But is that just like weird to think about? Amazon is such a huge presence out there. Now, what about some other Valentine stats? And I know this isn't money related, but these are kind of interesting that we thought. How many people get proposed to on Valentine's Day, Mac?
9 million marriages or proposals on Valentine's
Marriage
Day.
proposals.
Yeah.
Oh, marriage, sorry.
Yeah.
Just how many again?
9 million.
And Grant, how many of those are going to be accepted?
Probably like 2 million.
Oof. I'd have to say that I'm 1 for 1. I asked Mom to marry me, and I was the only one.
Good job.
And she said yes. But
100%.
When you talked to her, she said she really wasn't sure whether she was going to marry me. Oh, that's a long story. We're not going to talk about that. Anyway, and then how much is the dating app business or industry? We heard an estimate. Now, if you think of Valentine's Day is going to be 27 or $22 billion. How much is the online dating app industry right now?
$10 billion.
$10 billion. That's a big one. And if you think about it, a handful of years ago, there wasn't really a dating app industry. And how many different dating apps are out there, Mac?
There's about 2,000 dating apps.
And how many people are using them?
59 million.
59 million, 2,000 apps, a $10 billion industry. That's just crazy. And Grant, do you think dating actually increases from the beginning of February?
Probably. I mean,
it goes up about 1/3.
Yeah.
33% more.
They're like, let's start this, and then on the next Valentine's, we can get engaged.
Ooh.
Maybe when COVID is done.
Wow, there you go. Isn't that weird? Remember last week when we talked about the Super Bowl and how returns of big screen TVs went up like 200% after the Super Bowl? It's kind of the same thing. People are going, Valentine's Day, I need a date. And so the beginning of February, it goes up 33% more dating happens. And it seems like it has to do with Valentine's Day. All right. So you got a suggestion, which is if you still want the romantic dinner, you can do the romantic dinner and you order it out from delivery company, right? Grubhub. Mac likes the Grubhub. And hey, if you're going to buy flowers, make sure that you use your credit card. Make sure that you first have the money for it, right? We don't want to go into debt. And if you use your credit card, you can get some points. There was one place, Grant, didn't I tell you that if you get the flowers delivered, you can get some...
you can get some money back.
Cash back, baby. Mm-hmm. Yep. And if you want to think a little bit further into the future, when COVID's getting better, because I just read something, JP Morgan said that COVID is going to be greatly under control in about 2 months. Wouldn't that be fantastic?
That would be great.
Knock on wood.
I know. JP Morgan. Now, JP Morgan, we haven't talked a lot about it. Have you ever heard of Chase?
Chase Bank?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's called JP Morgan Chase. That's the whole name.
Oh,
right? I didn't even know that. Actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what happened is that they say in about 2 months, they think coronavirus is going to be under control. We got the stimulus checks coming out. I know I have seen that. But
wait, there's more?
The second round hasn't come out. So
the second round?
The first round, we got a first round, and now the second round. Isn't that crazy? They're trying to keep things going.
What does the second round do?
Give you more money in your pockets.
More money,
yay. Wait, so did they not give you all of the money first? Or?
No, they gave all the money that they had allotted because they have to go to Congress and say, hey, can we spend a couple $1 trillion or $1.5 trillion? And then they're going to Congress again and doing it all over again. Mm-hmm. So, and if you want to think a little further into the future, Southwest, they have a credit card. And what does the Southwest credit card give it? Does it give you a compassionate pass, Grant? We were talking about this. Southwest gives you
I accidentally said compassion pass. Compassion pass.
It's actually companion pass, which allows you, if you do get the credit card and you spend enough, then it allows you to travel, have someone, your companion, not your compassion, travel with you, right? And they get to do that pretty much for free, just pay taxes. That's pretty cool. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
And if you're thinking St. Valentine's Day, I want the love of my life to travel with me when we get out of this coronavirus. So that is pretty crazy. So how much is spent on flowers? I kind of gave you the hint there.
Oh, gosh. $2 billion.
$2 billion on flowers. And the crazy part about that and why this is such an important part of the flower industry, right? That's all the people working in the flower. Do you have delivery drivers in the flower industry?
Yes, I think. Right?
Yeah, because they have to support the industry. So flowers are a big deal. How much do we say we just say?
$2 billion.
And that represents how much of the entire flower spend for the entire year.
1/3 on one day.
On one occasion, right?
Yeah.
So this is really important stuff for those guys. They are building up. And if you buy like a dozen of roses, maybe you should check that out. What does a dozen of roses cost now?
Here, I got it.
Grant's going to do that while we're looking at it. But 1/3 of an entire year is surrounding Valentine's Day. And I got my hair cut earlier this morning, and the lady said, just bringing flowers out of the blue is probably better. But you kind of get pushed to buy flowers. What is it?
A dozen of roses.
Yes.
It's $50.
Dozen of roses, $50.
Oh, my gosh.
Is that delivered?
I think so.
Because sometimes I thought they were actually over 100.
Oh, jeez.
So maybe they've come down.
Why?
If you ordered them early enough.
So they're on like Pro Flowers, Price Chopper.
Just go to like Kroger. They have
Kroger.
Inexpensive.
Good. Now you're thinking. I love it. I love it.
Let's see.
So $2 billion on flowers, 1.3 on pets, greeting cards, the cards that you actually put out.
Greeting cards are $1.1 billion.
That's a big number. And what about McKenna? I'm sorry, we haven't even talked about this yet, and this is one of your go-tos. What do they spend a ton of money on that you love?
Chocolate.
Yay. So chocolate is really just cranking on Valentine's Day. If you choose candy, half of it, more than half of it, is chocolate. And what's the one that's is the favorite right now? It's filled with chocolate that has what in it?
Oh, caramel. Yeah.
Caramel.
Caramel-filled chocolate.
That's right. And do you guys remember? It starts with the G. Do you remember that?
Godiva?
Yeah, Godiva. Godiva chocolate. We have some sad news about that.
They're getting closed.
They're closing. How many stores are they closing, Mac?
All of them in the U.S.
128.
128 stores in the U.S. So coronavirus has hit them pretty hard. And when I used to work in Belgium, we had Godiva, Leonidas, and they have all kinds of chocolate because Belgian chocolate is really good. Swiss chocolate was really good. And during COVID, spike in chocolate. Right, Mac?
Yeah.
Do you think Godiva will close their stores before Valentine's Day or after?
Definitely after. So they can get all that profit on Valentine's Day and just be like,
And
done.
then leave with it.
Because it's big, right? But what did they say, which was at least a little positive about Godiva chocolate? They said their online, was it doing good or bad?
It's doing good.
Yeah, it's doing better. And so sad to see Godiva close down all their stores, but at least they're doing it after Valentine's Day. And there's one I read that's doing it literally tomorrow. Tomorrow they're closing.
Oh, wow.
And that was in Texas, but some of them are staying open until March, but they're all going to close down. So that's $2 billion too. Man, there's a lot of $2 billion. Now, here's one thing. The most unromantic gift, McKenna, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Most unromantic gift that is given on Valentine's Day
Is the most money spent on.
is the most money
By
spent.
0.1 billion.
Yeah, $100 million. So what is that?
That is gift cards.
Gift cards.
Yeah, give them a gift card.
I mean,
get them
some
something.
gift cards could be romantic,
Yeah.
like a fancy dinner gift card,
It's the thought that counts.
That's right. And what do we buy when we buy gift cards? Do we go? Don't I normally go online to get the gift cards?
Yeah.
Do you remember any of the websites?
There's Amazon.
No.
Oh.
Discounted gift cards. Somebody doesn't want the gift cards. They sell it to this company, and then you can buy it from that company at a discount.
I forget.
Every time we go to Chili's, we get 20% off because I buy a $100 gift card for $80, and then we go have dinner, and we have some leftover. And it's called Raise or Gift Card Granny or...
It's technically free money if you think about it.
It is free money. So if you're ever wanting to give... Go ahead, Mac.
What was the app name again?
Raise was one.
Raise. Okay.
Raise a gift,
like gift card
granny.
Gift card Granny, I think was one. There was another one that I always used too, and I can't remember. But it's free money, people. Don't we all want free money?
Free. So
Do
if you're
the research.
planning to go to a dinner anyways, and you just look on your phone and there's some gift card for it, you could save money on that dinner. So
Exactly.
free food, free money.
When I bought your guitar one time from Guitar Center, I saved 15 or 20%. You can, for any gift card that's out there, right? So the gift cards are 2.1. Now, what is the least desired gift that's out there?
The least.
Start with the first one.
Tools.
Tool. Here you go, Mom. Here's a new socket wrench.
Yes.
Here's a new hammer.
Thank you.
Here's a new hammer.
I hope you don't hammer my heart.
Woo! Bada boom, bada bing. I wouldn't give Mom a hammer. She'd chase me around and
Hey,
try to hit me with it.
here's a tool. You know.
Here's a tool.
Use it.
Hey, I want to kiss you, but here's a tool first, right? What is that? What's the number 2? Least desired gift.
It's gym membership.
Gym memberships. Hey, maybe you need to lose a little weight and go to
What
the
did you
gym.
say? Sir, I am breaking up with you.
I know.
We are done. You can't tell me that I'm fat, but I'm going to take it anyways.
And that's hard. That doesn't sound very nice, but that's the second least from the survey. And then sporting equipment. And then what's next?
Kitchen appliances.
Yeah, like a blender. Hey, I love you so much. Here's a blender.
What about coffee? Like a coffee maker?
machine? That could be the same. Some people would really like it.
Yeah,
But-
I was thinking that people would like it though.
But there's somewhere that I looked at where $9 billion of it are unwanted gifts. So stuff like kitchen appliances.
Jeez.
Stuffed animals, for adults sometimes, people are like, I don't
You
really
want a
want this
bear?
stuffed animal.
Well, no, I don't want a bear.
And what's the last one? McKenna, do you remember the last one?
Mixtapes.
And what's a mixtape, just if nobody knows? Because I knew when we were growing up,
It's
that was a
like
big
a
thing.
mashup of all the person's favorite songs.
Yeah, that's
Or
exactly
least
what it is.
favorite.
Yeah.
Or random favorites. Or not even favorites at all.
Yeah, just music.
And exactly. And if you're not having, or you don't have a chance to actually get out and meet somebody, what are some of the most popular virtual dating? Grant, you need to take the first one.
Okay, so playing a game, Monopoly.
Together, playing a game. No, virtual game. So you're playing a game
Virtual
online.
Monopoly.
Oh, virtual Monopoly? You can do that too?
Yeah, there's a bunch of apps.
Wow, okay. Cool. And what's the next one, Mac?
Then having a dinner and drinks.
Yeah, Mom did that with her friends out of Chicago, right? And so they just sat there and they told stories and laughed and had a couple of drinks. What else, Grant? You like the next one. What's the next one?
Chatting.
Yeah. And then McKenna, this is the one you love. Come on, tee it up, babe.
Watching a movie/show. I mean, you could be watching Minions and stuff.
And Netflix has seen that that's an opportunity for their business to pull in more people to share while we're doing COVID.
Make their own dating
And
site.
recently,
Netflix, the dating site.
Netflix. I've got a good, name for that, but I can't say that.
recently, Netflix has added a lot more movies. So I'm kind of curious if maybe that's because of Valentine's Day.
Oh, maybe. Good call. Good call. Well, we talked a lot about Valentine's Day, but there are one or two other very, very quick things happening. We got some manufacturing numbers out that were positive, which means that are we making more things in the U.S.? Are things getting a little bit better because of COVID? You know, if the numbers are positive, that means more manufacturing is happening. Does that help the economy? Are more people working now?
Yes.
Yeah. It helps the economy because more money on things that are being purchased or built here and therefore sold here, which is really good. And so the stock market and some other things are going in the right direction. What about gas? Is there more demand for gas, G?
Yes.
There are. Because now the economy is getting a little bit better. We're starting to see that a gallon of gas is around, what are we seeing it at, Mac? Do you remember?
It's in about,
The average is about $2.50.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. That.
And do you remember the highest priced gas in the country?
$4.11.
Okay. And it was $1.70 on average, less than a year ago. And if more good news comes, it's probably going to rise. Grant, where is the least expensive gallon of gas in the world?
In Venezuela.
And how much is that right now, G?
You know what? 8 cents.
8 cents a gallon. Wow. I need to really look at that. And where's the most expensive place, Mac?
Hong Kong.
How much is that?
$9 and greater.
That's $9 a gallon.
That's gonna hurt.
So
You could literally just get a Disney Plus just for 1 gallon.
Almost two months worth.
Yeah.
Because isn't it about $5, $6 each?
It's so sad. Rip the people in Hong Kong fighting out there every day.
Well, maybe they don't really need their cars that much because Hong Kong's pretty small.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it's not like here where we got to drive all these places.
Anyways.
But speaking of Disney Plus, what was crazy about Disney Plus? And what was one of the last things? Disney Plus came out, I think their first quarter ended in January sometime, which means they have to tell everybody how they did. Disney Plus, in 15 months, Disney Plus subscribers are how big now? Just to throw that out there.
95 million.
Exactly. When did they think they would hit between 60 and 90 million?
2024.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
3 years.
2024, 3 years from now. And in 15 months, they already did it. So they're cranking on that front, probably a little bit with COVID, maybe as Max said, snuggling up on Valentine's Day and have a little bit of fun. But we appreciate that you guys are here. Mac and G, thanks for being here again. And I know you're going to have a great St. Valentine's Day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for us.
Comment.
And we'll see you next week. So thanks, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.